Where's the controller? Oh, there it is. Hey guys, it's Reese. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for the about 20-second long pause. Anyways, I thought I would open some cars, then show a lot of cars. Part of me kind of is thinking that maybe I should have edited this to say Q&A at any time you want, because it's like, I'm actually just paused the video game I'm playing, which is Forza Horizon 5 right now. Which, funny I mentioned that, because that's the set of 5 cars that I'm going to be opening in this live today. And actually, I just noticed something. We're completely off of what the order of these cars are supposed to be. And within the next few hours, in the same Walmart store, the other 4 cars, I want to say they were missing the, well, they had 2 Vipers. They had to have everything there except for 1 car, and it may or may not have been the Corvette or the Renault Sport RS01. But whichever one of those 2 it was, I don't think it was the Porsche or the Mercedes-Benz. But it was one of the 2 race cars from this set. This set is actually 60% race cars, by the way, because 3 of the 5 cars are race cars from 2 different countries. The Corvette and the Viper are American race cars, because everyone should know that. The Renault Sport RS01 is a French race car. Now, the bizarre thing is, I don't hear too much about that car racing in, like, GT3 type racing events, like, IMSA or Le Mans kind of racing stuff. So, yeah. But now, since I know what the order is, we're going to open them that way instead of the random way I had it, starting off with the SRT Viper. And I was thinking to myself, it's like, I play Forza Horizon 2, 3, and 4 in that order because, that's, it started off with the first Forza Horizon game, which unfortunately I was not able to get. But I do have 2, 3, and 4, and I played them in that order. But now, since Horizon 5 has came out, it's like I've been playing Horizon 5 more than any of the other ones. But here's the Viper unboxed. Or opened. Well, it's not so much a box, it's like unopened, meaning that it's fully opened, ready to get used. The next one is the Porsche 911 Gt2 Rs. Now, as strange as this may seem, I do not have too many versions of this car in my collection. Because, Hot Wheels, they didn't make a GT-RS 4.0 from like 2012 or 13, whenever that version came out. So this is probably like my 2nd or 3rd version of this car that's not a premium one, because I don't have a premium one of this car. And the premium one that I'm aware of, the Forza Horizon one, is from like 2016 or 2019. Yeah, it's the 2019 Gt2 Rs. Anyways, here's this 911 Gt2 Rs from the Forza Horizon set opened. Now, all of these cars are done in like a black with like pink stripes or like paint job decal thing on the front or other parts of the car. Next up, the 2019 Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Now, this car, I will just say this. They've made so many different color versions of this car for like basic ones throughout the years when they've released it. But this is like, it's probably 2nd newest paint job. Not, I'm including all of the paint jobs that this car's gone through. This is probably its 2nd newest one, because this Forza Horizon set has been out for quite a few months by now. But it came out sometime last year, I believe, or possibly early 2022. I believe it was sometime in 2021. Can't remember when, though. But yeah. The newest paint job for this car is a blue one, and I actually have that blue one, believe it or not. It's just not with me right now. Anyways, here's the Forza Horizon paint job version of this car. I do have a lot of other really cool cars to show, but before I show them, I have 2 more cars to unbox first. Because trust me, you're going to not want to miss the cars I'm showing next after this unboxing is done. C7R, All 5 cars are from the same set. So at this point, if you don't hear me mention the Forza set name, it's because I've already said that all of these cars are from the same set. Here's the C7R from this Hot Wheels Forza set. Now, you know what would be really cool is if they made a basic chase car in this Forza Horizon set. And if for some reason it was the Renault Sport RS01, the C7R, the Viper GTSR, or the Porsche 911 Gt2 Rs, if they made a chase version of any of one of those 4 cars from this Forza Horizon set in a different paint job that was like, blue or something, I'm just throwing out random paint color, that, they could have used had they planned on making a chase for this set, which sadly they did not. Everyone would definitely buy that. I already know that. But the sad thing is, all of these cars are in the same black and pink exterior paint job design. And, the wheels and rims, they seem pretty decent, I will say. But they could have done slightly better for some choices. That's just my say, though. Last one, Renault Sport RS01 from this set. Actually, never mind. The last one was the Corvette. I didn't realize I had opened that before this one, and I just made a mistake somehow. Well, never mind. I guess I am still opening them slightly different than planned. So this is the 4th out of 5th car, but I do have all 5 cars, though, which is the thing that really matters. Alright, so now to get these cars in order. So your 3rd, 4th, 5th. Oh yeah, and you can pretty much see some of the other cars I had already planned on showing right there, right now. Those are all the other cars that I'm showing in this live too. The thing is, though, I'm gonna have to turn the computer this way so that way you can see cars all at once. So yeah. Or I line them all up and then you see them all in a straight line, so that way you let me know which ones you want to see more up front easier. The Subaru is kind of a hard one because it's in a box thing. That's what I was talking about, so I guess I might as well show that one first. Alright, so the thing is, though, lining these cars up is going to take a bit more time because I don't want them all to break. So yeah, we may have to separate cars out somehow, so that way they have a bit more space. Well, there's the other cars for this live that I'm planning on showing. If someone wants to see one a little bit up closer, like more towards the screen, kind of close, please don't hesitate. Just feel free to ask. Well, you don't have to ask. You could just say, hey, I want to see this car closer to the screen, and I will gladly do that. But if no one wants that to happen, then that's totally understandable. I just noticed something. These two have the same paint job now for their NASCAR drivers. I just realized that now. Yeah, but they're 2 different drivers. That's not Rowdy. Whatever that name is, it's wrong. That's really wrong. I know that. I know that one of those 2 is not Rowdy. That's Martin Truex Jr. Oh, the other one's Kyle Busch. That's what it is. Yeah, the number 18 is Kyle Busch. Because Kurt Busch is this one right here. Hey, I have Kurt and Kyle Busch car for NASCAR Cup Series, finally. I just realized that I have the brothers for NASCAR racing. That one's Daniel Suarez's newest NASCAR, the number 99. This is the newest Joey Logano paint job one from the 2021 waves of NASCAR, that is. Oh yeah, that's Eric Jones, newest NASCAR for Cup Series racing. Bubba Wallace, Christopher Bell, Austin Dillon's newest one, Kyle Larson's new one. This is Bubba Wallace's newest NASCAR for the Cup Series ones. Corvette Lover, hello, how are you? Now, surprisingly, I have never seen this before, but this is Kevin Harvick's Truck Series NASCAR, and it's the first time I've ever seen a Truck Series one in any wave of NASCARs that I've collected over these years so far. Because it probably took him until like sometime in 2020, but didn't happen until like 2021 to get him into Truck Series. So yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 Hot Wheels Premium cars. I have a Johnny Lightning Mijo exclusive Lancia and Gulf Racing colors that was limited to under 4,000 of that one being made in total. That Martin Truex Jr.'s newest NASCAR for the 2021 wave for the paint job ones. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Xfinity Racing Series 1, which is a surprise that they're still making NASCARs for drivers that aren't even in the sport anymore, which really throws me off. So yeah, we have the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT3 from the Mercedes-Benz Diorama Premium Display set. We have the Sauber C9, Mercedes-Benz Le Mans race car from the same one, and the third one from that same one is this one right here. These two Porsche 962 race cars, which are both Group C Le Mans race cars, are from a Hot Wheels Double 2-pack premium one from Target Stores only. These 5 Forza cars are a Walmart exclusive, so I thought I'd just say, good luck to other people getting them, because if you're planning on getting those 5 cars, you better get them quickly, otherwise they are gone. And I mean gone, and then they won't show up again in stores for like 2 weeks or more. That's how gone they will be until they come back again. That's my newest Eric Jones NASCAR, I just realized that. Same with the General Suarez, although these are both new Cup Series NASCAR ones for them, actually. So they must have switched numbers or something. We have the Toyota Series Premium Toyota Starlet from 1981. Thought I'd show that a little bit closer up to the screen. Kind of just noticed something. There is actually a way for you to see everything I'm sharing all at once. Yep, I can share everything all at once now, so now you can see pretty much about everything. And if you can't, well then, no worries, I'm just moving stuff back so you can see it more better. All right, now you can really see everything in the live stream that I'm going to show. Oh, hold on, except for the Subaru, which I already did show this before. Yeah. So if there is a car that I haven't shown up front really close, since you're the only one here, Corvette lover, please let me know if there's a car you want to have me show closer to a screen, whether it's one of my newer or newest NASCARs. What I mean by newer is like ones I bought from like a few weeks or like 1 or 2, maybe 3 months ago, because I know it hasn't been 3 months or longer since I've bought new NASCAR diecast. Or my newest ones, which would be these ones right here. These are my newest NASCARs right here. And then these are my, second kind of newest NASCARs all over here, which is quite a lot, I know. Oh, the yellow Porsche, the Mini GT one. Sure, no problem. So this is from the special diecast store. It's the 2018 911 Gt2 Rs in a really nice yellow color. It's actually racing yellow. That's the official color for it. This one was I believe in the range of $12 to $16 US, with all of the tax and stuff being added, that is. This is a 2-pack exclusive because I haven't seen this one be sold any other way as a basic premium. And this was the first time I've ever seen 2-packs at Target stores before. And this was the only one they had there. The Volkswagen and the Datsun one were both gone because, well, I already know that collectors buy those up really easily. So, yeah. Now, I know your name says Corvette Lover, so I thought I'd just show you this too. There's the Corvette C7R from the Forza Horizon set. Oh yeah, and then Hot Wheels Premium Cars. Stuff should probably go in its own spot. And then other premium cars can go over here, I suppose. And then basic stuff can go there. Well, if there's other cars you want to see, please do let me know. I'll show this one again if you didn't see it before. Well, good luck on getting that one because it's a Walmart exclusive, and given the fact that, you know, it seems like not many. Oh, and if anyone wanted to guess what car I'm in, while I'm driving, that wouldn't really be so easy. That wouldn't be so easy because, you know, I'm playing the game and showing cars at the same time, and I can't, you know, turn this around so you can see what the car is. And it's kind of, you know, going to be hard to tell what the car is when I'm revving it up because you can't see the car on the screen either. This is a Johnny Lightning Lancer Evolution in Golf Racing colors from Johnny Lightning. It's a major exclusive Johnny Lightning one, limited of 1 out of, I believe, 3,600 in total. Yeah, they only made 3,600 of this one in total. Now, this is a special edition car. You will not find this at Hobby Lobby. That was found only at the special diecast store, which is like 1 or 2 hours away from me. Yeah, it's a huge diecast store. 500,000 plus diecast cars there. They have basic Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. Whether they're like newer ones or older ones, they have those there. They even have Hot Wheels Ferrari cars at this store. They have a lot of things there at this store that are diecast cars. They even have diecast car storage bins and like protector things too. It's a really huge store. They even sell like really big, like 118, 124, 132 scale diecast at that store. They even sell, you know, some of those Target exclusive double packs there at the store too, actually. Yeah, this Lancer Evolution, not at Hobby Lobby, and probably not going to be found anywhere else unless you go to a special store that has a lot of Johnny Lightning cars that's not called Hobby Lobby, unfortunately. This one is actually an older one, so there's a chance that this one may not even be. This is the one that I'm talking about right now. This car may not be found at Hobby Lobby or Walmart or probably even Target because this is an older one. This is not a newer casting. This one's actually you know, like I said, it's limited to 3,600 in total, meaning that they won't make any more than that for this one in total. And given the fact that this car, you know, isn't a newer Mitsubishi Lancer from like 2010 or so, they probably have stopped making it completely because it's a older release anyways. Well, if anyone was playing Guess the Car on Forza Horizon 5, even though it didn't seem like anyone was, I'm just gonna be the you know, person that says it. If you had guessed the Jaguar XJ220S GWR from 1993, you would have been correct. If you guessed anything else, you would have been wrong of guessing which car I'm driving right now. The number 13 red and white one is actually from the 1990s, I believe. This is like an early 2004 or 5 model for the Lancer Evolution for this one, I believe. Yeah, I'm in the Gt2 Rs TWR, which is a special, like straight legal race car motorsports tuned company version of probably the Jaguar XJ220S Le Mans car, or similar, anyways. Well, it's kind of like the XJ220 or LM, but more tuned and modified for still street legal purposes, just given the fact that it has more horsepower than the race car one does. And for some reason, I still can't seem to hit 205 miles per hour on that speed trap back there. The thing is, though, if I go too far back, then I forget where that speed trap is. Also, I have a Bronco in this game with over 1,000 horsepower from a V8 engine because I felt like doing that. Oh, come on. I was so close to hitting that speed trap record, probably, and then you had to send me off course. Nope. That's not going to do it. Not going to do it. Sorry if I'm talking. And that's sadly not a drift zone. My car started drifting, thinking it was a drift zone, and it wasn't. Why does it have a huge thing of wanting to go off-road over there every time I... Well, that failed. The thing is, though, every time I go into the super modified Bronco I have of mine, like, it keeps wanting to drift, and I don't understand why. I'm going into a crazy tuned version of the Audi TTRS Coupe from 2019 right now in the game, which has close to 1,300 horsepower. Yep. I was thinking of doing an imaginary, like, NASCAR race type thing with all my NASCARs, but then I realized that's probably not the best thing to do because, time and all of that stuff. It would take more time to get them all out and then all sorted and then, have them sorted all the way I wanted them to be. Yeah, I made a really fast Bronco for no reason. It's based off the Bronco Vintage Heritage Edition one, and apparently I made mine have more horsepower than it was supposed to. Oh, I have traveled up there. Never mind, I thought that was a road I didn't discover in the game. Right now I'm just driving through a lot of trees, which is why I'm driving kind of slow in the game. Because otherwise, if you drive too fast in the trees, your skill chain will end. Yep, and I'm glad I avoided those trees. I have seen the NASCAR stop motions, and what's interesting is that my phone has the ability to make stop motion videos with my camera while I record stuff. The downside of it is I'm running extremely low in storage space, and that's why I'm not really able to make many more videos with the phone camera stuff, unfortunately. So, yeah. Oh, and also I completely blanked on making that iPad video last weekend, too. So, yeah. I mean, technically, I could do a mini NASCAR race thing because I do have enough out for a mini Cup Series race thing. The only downside is if I include the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series one, that would be cross combining NASCAR series into one. And, after seeing those stop motion ones, even they don't combine, like Xfinity Truck Series and Cup Series all into one thing and call it Mega NASCAR Stop Motion Race Event for NASCARs diecast. That is. So yeah, that's why I just decided to not do that, because I won't be able to. So I guess for now I could do a mini NASCAR Cup Series racing because I have enough cars for that to happen. The downside is if I'm doing all my NASCAR diecast, there is a very slim chance that's going to happen in time, because I have 93 NASCAR in total, and probably more than 70 of them are Cup Series ones from like the 70s and 80s up until today. So yeah. And I've already answered your question, Corvette Lover, just thought I'd let you know. My answer is yes, I have seen those, and they are really cool. But, how do they change those tracks? That makes no sense. I don't understand how they change the track stuff. Oh, that's cool. Well, I could do a mini NASCAR race thing to, pass some more time, so that way it makes the live a little bit more fun and interesting, because otherwise than that, there's no way I'm getting my 6-lane track up and getting all the NASCARs out in time to do a NASCAR 6-lane NASCAR diecast, elimination race thing where it's like I have only one car from each round in advance. Because I just feel like if I do top 3 from that, it's going to take way more time, and then it's going to make the live go on for too much longer than planned, and then I won't have enough time to finish that. So if I did that, only one car from each race would advance, and that wouldn't seem kind of fair somehow. But sometimes you have to go with only one car, because otherwise you'll start getting confused and a little bit picky of like, it was so close between lane 2 and 3, you can't figure out which one got second and third somehow, kind of thing. And, it came down to that a few times on my 6-lane track. Sometimes my 6-lane track picks the wrong lane for the cars to win the race somehow. So, yeah. I guess for now, I can do a mini NASCAR race thing. I'll just have to move a few things out of the way if anyone wants that to happen. Because I just felt like doing a mini race with these newer NASCARs would be a fun thing to do. The Hummus Premium stuff really wouldn't work, because the only ones I could do it with are all those Group C cars, and to be honest, I have more Porsche than anything else. Well, it's like every time I see a stop motion NASCAR diecast race, it's like Daytona, or Kansas Speedway, something like that. Like they keep changing the track name somehow, but it's like, and they change the track setup too as well. The track setup's a little bit different too somehow, because it's like they try to make it look similar to the actual course in real life. So that's why I'm saying, like, how do they change courses then? Because Mistcraft, or whatever their channel name is, they keep changing their tracks for their stop motion NASCAR racing, and they change the setup somehow too. Or they just change the name and use the same track. I'm not sure which one it is. Well, anywho, let's just do a quick mini NASCAR Cup Series race thing. The good news is there are more than 10 NASCARs over there, so I do know I have that many. The bad news is I won't be able to get all of them out in racing right now. So yeah, let's see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 of them in total. So yeah, these two can't race because they're in 2 different series, Xfinity and Truck Series. I almost didn't see that truck there, and then it's like, oh, I saw it, and yeah, I ended up getting it. Because I have very few Truck Series. I have way more Cup Series and Xfinity Series NASCAR than I do Truck Series. I probably have way more Cup Series ones than Truck Series and Xfinity Series combined. Because like I said, more than 60 or 70 of my NASCAR diecast I have is Cup Series ones from like the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and today's ones. All right, anyways, kind of want to mix stuff up so that way, cars are, not starting quite near each other, and other cars have a little bit more fair chance of, doing stuff, I will say, for this race. All right. All right, let's start this 13 mini NASCAR diecast race on the line and see what happens. So the thing is, if the car lands, if any of the NASCARs land like that, they are out of the race. If they land upside down, because obviously, if they landed like that in an actual NASCAR race, the car would probably be out of the race, most likely, unless somehow they find a way to repair it. But at that rate, it's kind of like, the car's upside down, and then the driver would probably have to be escorted off the track because of injuries. So, yeah, that's why I'm kind of going by that rule. 3, 2, 1, go. So right now, Daniel Suarez is winning. Well, I just realized I have 2 Eric Jones ones, so actually one of those is newer than the other. I believe that one's newer than this one, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, and we have our first car out of the race. Say goodbye to the first Bubba Wallace NASCAR for this race. We are now down to 12 NASCARs in this race. Wow. We have 5, 18, and 19 in the top 3 right now. The good news is, since I have the game paused, that's why I'm doing this right now. If the game was still going, I would have to pause it and then do this a few seconds or minutes later. I'm just wondering who's going to win this race, because Logano's already up to 4th place right now. So yeah, we have a Camaro in first, followed by 2 Camrys in second and third. And then another, well, not another, but a Ford Mustang, then another Camaro, then another Camry, then another Camaro, another Camaro, Camry, Camry, Camaro, Camaro. So we have 2 Camaros at the back of the race. Wow, we almost had a... Well, we do have another crash, and that means we are now down to 11 cars in the race. I keep forgetting to do this, but every time a car is out of the race, I'm normally gonna count down from 3 seconds down to like 1 or 0 seconds and then restart the race, but I forgot to do that. So this time I'm just gonna have to bend or flex the rules a little bit more, because it would be kind of silly to hear someone keep saying the same thing over and over again for like a countdown from 3 to 0. So that's why I'm not going to do it then. Wow, Logano had the lead, but then lost it to Kyle Busch. Here comes Truex Jr. and his newest one that I have for the Truex Jr. NASCAR from the 2021 Wave 9, that is, because that's the newest paint job one that I have of his NASCAR for Cup Series ones as of now. I don't recall seeing one for him in the Wave 10. I'm not sure how many waves NASCAR makes every year, but I think it's like 10 to 12, something like that, I suppose. Oh, wow, that was a bad crash. A really bad crash. Because not Kevin Harvick, he's actually the Truck Series one, so he can't be racing. Kurt Busch one is out of the race, by the way, now. So we are now down to 10 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 10 in total. It was a big crash because one car landed upside down and one turned a bit far to the right, and then the other somehow avoided it, but still got a little bit out of its spot, but not by much though. Whoa! Another crazy crash thing just happened. We tried to have Austin Dillon take the lead, but that plan failed, and somehow Daniel Suarez regains the lead after all of that happened. One car landed upside down, and all the other cars just went a bit more, lean towards the right. So yeah, we're now down to 9, which means we will see who's going to make the final 3 somehow. Ooh, that car almost crashed out of the race, but it's going to have to go back to last place to get repaired. Meaning that all these other cars will get a slightly bigger lead over it. I can't push them too far, because if I push them too far that way, you won't be able to see anything then. And now it's back in the race. I just realized something. Truex Jr. is battling Truex Jr. for 3rd and 4th place. That's kind of silly. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch is now winning, followed by Logano. Ooh, and Logano somehow outlasts Kyle Busch and takes 1st place from him, meaning that he's 1st, followed by Truex Jr. in 2nd and 3rd. He's going to have a lot of pressure, because I know Truex Jr. can be, not as aggressive as Logano in NASCAR racing, but kind of similar to them. Larson's in 4th, followed by Bubba Wallace in 5th. And then we have Suarez in 6th, Christopher Bell 7th, and Eric Jones 8th. Whoa. That was interesting. Eric Jones somehow goes into 1st place. Meanwhile, we just lost Christopher Bell. We're now down to 7 cars. Ooh, he almost crashed out of the race. Fortunately, he's going to be almost near last place. We're down to 6 cars. We have both Truex Jr., we have 1 Eric Jones, 1 Bubba Wallace, 1 Daniel Suarez, 1 Kyle Larson, and 1 Joey Logano. Those were the cars and the drivers left. Who's going to win or get top 3, we will figure out shortly. I can't believe what's happening, but Bubba Wallace is 1st, followed by both of Truex Jr.'s cars in 2nd and 3rd. This is going to be an interesting race to see who wins. Ooh, major crash. 2 cars are taken out of the race. Say goodbye to Eric Jones and Kyle Larson. They are both out of the race. And that car crashed way far ahead of everyone, which unfortunately means he has to go to last place. Unfortunately, Kyle Larson is out of the race, if you didn't hear what happened in the previous crash. A lot of cars try to switch positions and get into the top 3, and as a result of that, we just lost Kyle Larson and Eric Jones. So yeah, Eric Jones and Kyle Larson are both officially out of the race. We are down to 5 cars now. We almost lost one of Truex Jr.'s cars, but not quite. And Logano gets into 3rd. Wasn't a bad crash, but it was enough to get him into 3rd. And somehow, he hasn't crashed out of the race once, and he's back into 1st. Well, that's not so good, because now Logano's back into 3rd. And now he's into 1st. Oh, and Logano crashes out of the race for being a bit too aggressive somehow. We're down to 4 cars. We have 3 Toyotas and 1 Chevy. Well, say goodbye to Logano as we are down to our final 4 cars. And yeah, this race has gone on for a few minutes, so at least that's good, because normally my NASCAR race things would take like a few seconds and then everything's done somehow. This one's taking a few minutes, which is way better. Well, we are down to our final 3 cars. It is basically a top 3 for Toyotas. We have Truex Jr. in 1st, Bubba Wallace 2nd, and Truex Jr. 3rd. Daniel Suarez will end up getting 4th, followed by Logano 5th, Larson 6th, Jones 7th, Bell 8th, Kyle Busch 9th, Austin Dillon 10th, Kurt Busch 11th, the other Jones car 12th, and the other Bubba Wallace car 13th. Who's going to win? Will it be Bubba Wallace or Truex Jr.? And both of Truex Jr. cars crash out, which makes Bubba Wallace the winner of the NASCAR race for this mini Cup Series race, Bubba Wallace drives into victory lane somehow, after avoiding both of those cars crashing into each other upside down. Bubba Wallace is the winning driver, with the McDonald's paint job one from Wave 9 NASCAR from this year. Well, not this year, but last year's NASCAR. That is, even though it's later to come out in the store I found it in. Well, final results are in. Bubba Wallace, the McDonald's paint job one from 2021 Wave 9 is first, followed by another 2021 Wave 9 NASCAR getting second, the Gt2 Rs paint job, which is a throwback one to Darlington. And Gt2 also gets third as well. So, yeah. Congratulations, everyone, for what spot you got in this race. Major congratulations to Bubba Wallace, because he normally doesn't win too many of my Cup Series races, whether they're a big one or a small one. This is probably his second or third time winning one so far. And also, I just noticed something. Congrats to Team Toyota with their Camry. They get the top 3 spots. All 3 of them are Camrys in the top 3 for the NASCAR race. I could technically do a Truck Series race because I only have like 4 or 5 of those, I believe. But otherwise than that, it's kind of pointless to do it because that's kind of boring. Right now I'm in my super modified Audi Gt2 Rs as a DTM spec version, which has close to 1,300 horsepower from a massive racing inline 6 engine producing over 1,000 horsepower. And yeah, I do agree with what you said, Court. That lover, good job for that driver and the Toyota Camrys getting top 3 and Bubba Wallace winning the race. And his newest paint job that I have for his Cup Series cars. Well, if there's any questions about the cars I used or, stuff you want to see in future videos or lives, please just let me know and ask. I will say this. If anyone asks me when's your next peg hunting video, my answer is I'm not sure when that's going to happen because, I just can't make, videos in store, sadly, because, there's, people just make videos of, silly stuff happening in stores, and that's why other people can't do those videos in stores anymore. And that's the main reason why I don't want to do my videos in stores anymore, because, if people can hurt themselves from doing videos in stores, what's the fun of other people doing it then? I mean, just because I see other channels doing it doesn't mean, something could happen to, my channel or someone else's channel if they, record Hot Wheels hunting in stores like King Supers and other stores. So that's why, if you're wondering when my peg hunting video is, my official answer is I'm not doing them anymore. I'm just going to unbox the cars when I'm, back in, the area of where I do it, which is normally the basement, that is, to unbox the cars on a video or live kind of thing. That's a great question. I normally don't make so many videos about cars I have from just one collection, because if I was to do that, I'd have to go through all of those bins, empty all of them out of all the Corvette cars I have from all the years, and then put them all back. So, unfortunately, my answer is I'm not sure when that's going to be, because it'll take me quite a bit longer to do that. So yeah. I mean, I could technically do a Truck Series one, but I'm not doing a whole Cup Series thing. I mean, I could do a Truck Series and Xfinity Series NASCAR race thing, but the Cup Series one, that's kind of done because I did a mini one, so yeah. I don't know how I want to say this, but I don't really have many prototype race cars because Hot Wheels and Matchbox don't make LMP1 and LMP2 Le Mans race cars that often. In fact, Sparky is the only company I'm aware of that makes an LMP1 race car, the Toyota TS050 or 040 hybrid Le Mans race cars, and those are technically, like, in a way, kind of prototype-like race cars because they are never going to make street legal versions of them. and they're purely just built for Le Mans racing, and that's it. GT3 is kind of going to be hard because some of my other cars are like in Le Mans or endurance racing things like IMSA possibly. So I don't know how I'm going to do GT3 cars then for that kind of a collection video, because not all of my cars say GT3 on them for like GT3 racing. Because that Mustang over there, that's a GT4 race car. That's my first GT4 race car actually for that class. GT4 actually has less horsepower than GT3 or GT3 Pro, GT3 LM, or GTE. And I'm not sure what the E is for GTE. I guess it stands for Grand Touring Extreme Race Cars. For those race car on endurance racing events. Otherwise, I have no clue what GTE stands for. I will be back with the Xfinity Series and Truck Series ones I have because I already did a Cup Series one, so I might as well just do the other two to make it a more fun live, so that way you can see all the cars I have in those other series. I'm not going to be able to get all of the Oh, Group C are prototype race cars. I didn't realize that, because I do actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 Group C Le Mans cars with me right now. Gran Turismo Endurance. Oh, that makes more sense. That makes way more sense than what I thought it was. Yeah, no wonder most of the cars in GT car category class seem to be newer than everything else somehow. Yeah. The GT40 isn't so much a proto. Well, I don't really have IMSA. That's the one thing I'm going to say. I don't really have, like, if I were to have IMSA race cars, it's probably very few. Because most of the other cars I have are really meant for Le Mans racing, actually. I could just make a collection video showing all the endurance race cars I have. Or just all the race cars in general. Sorry about the background noises or distractions I'm making right now. It's totally uncalled for, and I'm just sorry, and I do apologize for that when it happened. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go get those other NASCAR things that well, what I meant by things is, the other NASCARs, so I can do those kinds of NASCAR racing too in this live, so that way people aren't, feeling left out, disappointed that he didn't do the other NASCAR racing type. However, that does not mean I'm getting all my Cup Series ones out, because that will take forever. Oh, and this is what I store on my cars, and are these things right here, by the way. This? Where's that? Directions. Oh, it's Rash Chastain, that's who that one is. Which is actually this driver's Truck Series one right there. Oh, there's another Truck Series one. Let's see. 3 is 6. Okay, that one's been gone through. Any other ones in here that are Truck Series? Gotta open it just to make sure. No, but I did find Xfinity Series though. And that's the other series I'm planning on doing though. Nope, none of those are Xfinity Series. Any Xfinity Series ones in here? What? Are these seriously the same car? They almost look like it, but not quite. Well, I guess all of my Xfinity Series ones are in here then. Because I know I have some, but not that many of them, though. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of wonder if these are Xfinity series because they don't look like Cup Series ones from like the 2010s. But when I saw when I saw this one on Gran Turismo 5, it makes me think, was this a Cup Series or Xfinity Series NASCAR? Because I'm not sure which series this one goes into, like 2010's NASCAR Cup Series or Xfinity Series. Because if Xfinity Series didn't start in 2010, please do let me know. Because if it did, those two could have been an Xfinity Series, by chance. You know, I'm going to Google that. I'm going to Google that and see what happens to be right. What? They're down? That's not good. They were ahead. Sorry, I'm just checking score of a game, and sadly, it's not going to go the way I planned it. The 43, this one, Eric Amarola. Car and Cup Series. Well, if you're thinking this one's Cup Series, then so is this Casey Kane one too. Those probably are Cup Series ones then, from 2010. Most likely. So I guess because of that, I have no more Xfinity Series cars to use then. Meaning that we're going to have an odd number in the Xfinity Series and an even number in the Truck Series. I still don't have a Truck Series Toyota Tundra NASCAR diecast yet, and I'm really trying to get one. And the first time they released one in like 2021 Wave 7 or 8, I believe, I couldn't get it at all. It was gone because it was the first time it had been released, I suppose, since like a few months after a previous one was probably released. So if you're assuming that those two, well, the number 43 is Cup Series, that means the number 9 Casey Kane one was probably a Cup Series one too. And yeah, that number 9 Casey Kane is probably the possibly only Casey Kane one I have, because if I is it in here or on the other side? It might be on the other side of this one, or it's not. Oh wow! So before Xfinity, it was called Nationwide. That's interesting. Oh, that's another Target one, but it's not number 9. Never mind. I somehow thought that was a different one, but I guess it's not. Well, anyways, enough talk about that. Let's get these other two NASCAR race things done, so that way we can, get this live ended soon. All right. So, my next question is, which NASCAR race thing do you want to see happen next? The Xfinity Series one or the Truck Series one? Since you're still the only one here right now, Corvette lover. The only reason why I'm not doing a full-on Cup Series one is because I have like 60 plus Cup Series ones in there. And that'll take a really long time if I do it super slow to get that race done. So yeah. What's your pick, Corvette lover? Xfinity Series race or the Truck Series race? And all right, Truck Series. Well, you probably made a pretty good choice. If I were you, I probably would have done Truck Series too, because, I rarely hear too much about Truck Series stuff. Oh, and by the way, this is a race winner one for Truck Series, in case you were wondering. It's the Ross Chastain one, or however you pronounce his last name. Although, to make things a bit more fair, kind of want to mix some truck stuff up. So that way, it's mostly 4 trucks and 1 Chevy truck. I have 5 Ford F-150s in this Truck Series one, and then 1 Chevy Silverado one. That's the reason why I'm trying to get a Toyota one, is so that way I have 1 of each company, just like I have more than 1 of each company in the Cup Series and 1 of each in the Xfinity Series. I have a Mustang, 2 Supras, and 2 Camaro 01s in the Xfinity Series one. All right, let's start this race. Oh, and I just realized my newest one is starting in second place. The Kevin Harvick one is. Now, the trucks have a harder time landing like this, so I may or may not have to flex or bend the rules even more for the Truck Series one, just because they have a hard time landing like that. So yeah, but if they land, close, like, they land like that somehow, we're still going to count them out, because otherwise, if I'm trying to make it land like that, it can still happen. It just may take more time. So yeah, if they, land like that because it's kind of upside down, but not quite, or if they land like, well, the main thing is to get them to land like that. But if it takes too long to do that, then that's when I'm going to have to enforce the rule of, like, if they are like that, then they're out of the race. Anyways, enough talk about rules. Let's just get this race started. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, we have our first one landing upside down like that, and it happens to be the race winner one, meaning that Chevy's out, and it's automatically down to Ford now. Well, say goodbye to the race winner, Silverado. Ross Chastain Chevrolet Silverado truck in the Truck Series race event. He's gone already. And Kevin Harvick's one is still winning. And we have another one who's landed like that. Well, never mind. They're landing like that a little bit more quicker than I thought. And we're saying goodbye to the number 27 F-150 Truck Series driver, which I forgot what his name is. Because I've had most of these other ones for so many months, I forgot their names already. So we'll just say the number 27 Ford F-150 Truck Series NASCAR one is out of the race. Because I don't want to go into details about all the driver names, otherwise I'll forget who they are. I do know this one and this one, but I don't know all of them anymore. Wow, and 2 more have landed upside down. The 27 Louisiana Hot Sauce one will end up getting 3rd. And the Kevin Harvick one wins the Truck Series race, which is my newest Truck Series one. So the Kevin Harvick Hunt Brothers Pizza Truck, Ford F-150, goes into victory lane for the Truck Series race. And surprisingly, that was actually the driver I was rooting for, even though I didn't say anything before the race. I didn't want to pick Chastain because, I had a feeling that something could have happened, and I was right. I'm just making the truck do donuts, even though it's not going to look like they're, burning rubber or smoke really, though. Like they do in the actual races or the video game racing stuff when they're done with the race. And if you win, that is. All right, so this might be weird, but this number 9 is Noah Gragson NASCAR. This one's Austin Cindric. The 2 Supras, I believe one of them is Jeffrey Earnhardt, and the other one is that Edward Jones Supra? No, that's Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell, Jeffrey Earnhardt, or Earnhardt, however you pronounce that one's name. Yeah, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Austin Cindric, Noah Gragson, Christopher Bell, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Those are the 5 for this Xfinity Series 1. Who's going to win? We will see. Now, there's only 5 of them, so this race will be a bit quicker than the other. Anyways, let's get the race started and see what happens. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow. That was a really bizarre crash. So right now, the Dale Earnhardt Jr. one is winning, followed by the Jeffrey Earnhardt one and Austin Cindric, Noah Gragson, and Christopher Bell. Whoa, that was a not so good crash. Well, we're saying goodbye to the Jeffrey Earnhardt one as he crashes out of the race. Somehow that makes Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Xfinity Series 1 still be in front. Wow, and we are saying goodbye to the Christopher Bell one. So the Supras are 4th and 5th. They didn't do a super job in the Xfinity Series race event. Unlike the Toyotas, which did terrific, and that one for the Mini Cup Series one getting top 3 over there. Well, it's down to Cindric, Graston, and Earnhardt Jr. I'm not sure who's going to win, but my pick is probably Earnhardt Jr. or Cindric, however you pronounce his name. Austin Cindric. I don't know. He has a really interesting last name, so if I'm saying it wrong, please just realize I'm trying to say it the best way I can. Well, Cindric is getting 3rd, so that's good. I did say Cindric or Dale Earnhardt Jr. to win this one. Well, in Earnhardt Jr., Xfinity Series 1 just got a slightly bigger lead. And he wins. Earnhardt Jr., Dale Earnhardt Jr., Xfinity Series NASCAR wins this Cup Series race. I mean, not Cup Series, Xfinity Series. Wow, I just said the wrong series of NASCAR racing. Way to go, Reese. That was not the right one. I don't know why I just said that, but I did. Wow. That was so totally my bad and confusion for, wrong NASCAR series race. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Xfinity Series race wins the Xfinity Series NASCAR race, which has a double exterior blue paint job, by the way, and has a dark blue and a light blue, if you can see that. And this is my newest Xfinity Series NASCAR one, by the way. Now, I could have gotten another one of those to make it 6 Xfinity Series ones in total, but I kind of noticed something. Why would I do that if I'm having 2 of the same Xfinity Series one? It wouldn't make any sense. I don't need 2 of the same. I want different ones. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore that notification because I know they lost, unfortunately. They lost by 4. Wow. And they were down by like 5. Yeah, I really do like this double blue paint job for this NASCAR, the Xfinity Series one. Well, I guess what I should say, if people are gonna ask me questions about when's my next collection video about, my collection of this or that kind of car or this company or that company, my answer is I don't have a definite answer. You'll just have to wait and see what happens, and when I have time for that to happen. Sorry, I'm really losing my voice. I should probably get some water. Otherwise, I'm gonna, have not great stuff speaking here. That was a sparkling water thing, by the way. It's a triple berry one, and it's actually really good. I've never had that before until like today and like 1 or 2 days ago. Anyways, I'm back now. That's pretty much it for this live. Please be on the lookout for other live streams or videos about diecast car event things or video game stuff like Forza or other stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. Bye until then, and I hope everyone that was here had a fun time watching this live, and for everyone that wasn't here, you can always comment in this. No, I don't. That one was actually bought in a store, by the way. Yep. That sparkling water thing is a triple berry one, and it's a Arrowhead triple berry sparkling water thing. That was actually bought at a Safeway store, which used to be called Albertson, but now they changed their name. Yeah. I mean, it would be cool to have a sparkling water machine, but, people don't have enough, money to do that. Then they can't do that, unfortunately. It really would be cool if, we kind of had if people had a, old vintage, soda bottle machine thing to show in their lives, because those vintage soda bottle machines are really cool. Those are really cool. That would be something I would be into, but those cost a lot of money, unfortunately, and that takes a long time for anyone to get them. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this live. Have a great rest of your week and weekend. The only reason I say that is because I plan on doing live during the weekend, so that's why I mentioned that. And also have a fabulous rest of your Monday too. You are very welcome for this live stream. There may or may not be a live tomorrow. I'm trying to, do something, and that is, sometimes back-to-back lives is a good thing, and sometimes not so much. So it's like, maybe I don't do a live tomorrow. Maybe I do one on Wednesday. I don't know. Because if I don't do a live or video of some sort on Tuesday, it's like, they're going to be like, when's this next diecast cars or, video game fun video or live thing going to be? Well, just be patient, because there will be a video or live stream tomorrow. I'm just not sure which one it will be. It might be a video, because I haven't done, mini car collection video things in a while, or slightly bigger car collection video things in a while. The other thing is, I can't do really big car collection videos because I'm running low in storage space, and that means I have to possibly get rid of applications that I play a lot that I don't make videos on that often, but maybe I should make videos on those in future. I don't know. No one's asked me hey, have you ever thought of making videos on this or that before? And my answer is, I'm not sure, because I've never thought of doing that before. So yeah. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a mini video thing called Trucks Tuesday, or something else like Terrific Tuesday, or Terrific Truck Tuesday, something, or Tesla Tuesday. I could do that. I could actually do that. I could make a new thing called Tesla Tuesday, where I show one Tesla car or two Tesla cars. Or I could do another thing called Two for Tuesday. I don't know. I'm just coming up with a lot of ideas now for tomorrow's. So tomorrow is going to be a video. I'm just going to leave it as that, because I keep coming up with ideas for mini collection videos for tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be trucks or Tesla or two random cars shown on my channel tomorrow. I'm not sure which one of those three it will be, but it's going to be one of those three. I'll let you know which one it is when I'm able to make that video tomorrow. During Tuesday afternoon, that is. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.